So we know Invincible recently ended with the Viltrumites on Earth. Hey, Steve Harvey, your cover is blown. We on to you, pal. All of the seasons up to the recent season. As you guys know, my ranks will be at the end of the video. Let's talk about how Mark isn't. This show starts off with a scene at the White House, and Guardians of the Globe show up to save the day. Not gonna lie, my first time watching this show, I was like, oh snap, this finna be Pete. Then we introduced to one of the Superman clones. No, not you, Homelander. Omni-Man. This dude starts off the show as like an actual hero, but during the episode, you see Omni-Man completely, brutally destroyed the Guardians of the Globe. Like, he did them so bad, which gave us the craziest plot twist and cliffhanger in history. All right, Turbo J, I think that's a little bit of glaze. Zip up now. Man, that shit had me hooked. I knew it was GG's. I ended up binging that shit, not gonna lie. During this season, we see Mark, son of Omni-Man, learn how to use his powers, going on missions to save the world. And Omni-Man sees this and realizes it's time to fulfill his duty. And this nigga goes dark, starts killing people, going to conquer Earth and revive the Viltrumite Empire. And due to this, we get one of the most craziest scenes ever. Like, y'all know that train scene? Oh, nah. Shit was so iconic, Mortal Kombat had to bring that shit into the game. As Omni-Man is beating the sense into Mark so he could be able to think, after this, Omni-Man realizes what he's done and leaves Earth. After Omni-Man leaves Earth, he heads over to planet Thraxon. Meanwhile, Mark is still dealing with trauma from the absolute beatdown he received from his pops. He receives a message from a Thraxon messenger saying their planet needs help. So Mark heads over there, and we get to the planet of the bugs. We immediately realize Omni-Man is the ruler of Thraxon and was clapping bug cheeks. This nigga got to this planet and got busy. But anyways, we find out he has a son with a Thraxon woman. But after this, we see 3 Viltrumites come to Thraxon, and it's a huge fight between father and son and the 3 Viltrumites. At first, they was beating their ass, and then Mark starts struggling, so Omni-Man has to help this nigga. And I swear, this nigga Mark is not. Anyways, Omni-Man eventually gets captured and scheduled for execution. Then we meet Alan the alien.
Cause, because sometimes to change the entire universe, you have to be
is like a Saiyan. This dude nearly died by Viltrumites, but went from this to this. Nigga got jacked. Holy shit. I need to talk about the main villain, Levi Engstrom. This nigga was building a device to like collide minds or whatever. So Mark comes to help thinking it's like a problem or whatever, but it starts to become unstable. But the device exploded and he blamed Mark for it. And this nigga Levi gains memories of all other versions of himself that hate Mark. Hold on. Before I talk about Peak, y'all gotta see how chopped this nigga is. Bro, this nigga scared all the hoes away, bro. Shit. Anyways, we cut to Mark's home, and Engstrom is torturing Mark's mom, and we see the wrath of Mark. But Engstrom ends up sending him to like different realities and different dimensions or whatever, even meeting Spider-Man. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Spider-Man in Invincible, but we did get Agent Spider. Mark is dragged to this dimension and completely gives Engstrom the Omni-Man treatment. Like, it's so bad. This nigga Mark was covered in blood talking about, I thought you were stronger. But eventually Mark leaves the planet due to the future Guardians of the Globe. After Mark leaves that dimension, assuming Levi was dead, but actually he isn't. He survived and got repaired by space doctors or whatever. And he plans his revenge by starting a war. But anyways, this season is where niggas was like, just wait till Mark gets black and blue suit. Man, niggas was talking like he's symbiote Spider-Man or black suit Superman. Like, it's just Mark, and he's still not. Mark and Adam Eve begin dating, and we all know his last relationship. But as we know, Rex was dating Eve until she caught his ass cheating with Duplicate. And bro, Duplicate gave this nigga 3 clones to get busy with? His recovery time better be immaculate. I'm surprised Adam Eve didn't manipulate his atoms and make him pack a micro. But anyways, we get to Mark's brother, Oliver, and he becomes a hero with a twisted look that got me liking the character. But later on, Levi starts a war with all variants of Mark from different universes, and they go on a complete killing spree. Just look at this little nigga.
Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
Rex sacrificed himself fighting a version of Mark, essentially self-destructing and completely going out like a G. But after the Invincible War, we are greeted to Conquest. When this nigga Conquest came in after the war, I was like, bro, how the fuck Mark gonna win this battle? He just finished the whole war. Anyways, the fight is literally so peak. They literally recreate the train scene. They had Conquest completely have Mark bulldoze straight through people on the beach. It's insane. But Conquest is eventually defeated and kept in a nice and secure place. So that nice and secure place Conquest was in, turns out it wasn't so secure, because the moment he heals from the battle, he escapes and literally scares Cecil. Anyways, we see Mark struggling with guilt from the mass destruction the Invincible War has caused, and he himself is becoming more violent, literally killing a nigga because he was doing bad stuff. So his way of removing it was just killing him. And after that, we see Omni-Man come back to Earth, and we see some interactions with him and some other characters, including his wife, and she put his ass on fire. Then we eventually get to the Coalition of Planets, which consists of Mark, Nolan, Oliver, Battlebeast, Tech Jacket, Alan the Alien, and other characters. Going back to Conquest, he eventually reaches the strongest Viltrumite we've ever seen.
The death of any Viltrumite leaves a void in me.
Thrag then sends Conquest off, and he later catches up with the Coalition of Planets. We get a mini fight with Conquest versus Omni-Man because this nigga had to save Oliver. Man, I swear, nigga should have kept his ass home. Oliver ends up on a planet and Conquest chases him and is about to kill him. But before Mark cuts in and we see a battle of endurance. One nigga going the choke route and the other nigga going for the guts. And we have to see that for a while, man. What the fuck, man? Anyways, Conquest is killed and Mark is seemingly dead. But later he heals and gets better. This nigga Mark is still not. Then we cut to Thrag and his team invading a planet, and the Coalition of Planets is losing until Mark, Nolan, and Oliver come in. After that, Thrag's team starts losing, and this nigga starts crying over a dead guy's skull. And bro, when I say everyone had this nigga on fraud watch until the very next episode, Lord have mercy. Thrag gets introduced and he's just straight aura farming, just standing still, putting the fear of God into everyone. This nigga turned Nolan into a living shooting star. Like, look at this nigga wind up. Holy shit. Eventually, Planet Viltrum is destroyed, all thanks to Nolan, Mark, and Thaddeus. After that, thinking it's all over, we hear this.
No! I choose death!
After we see Thrag completely embarrass everyone and had Mark scared shitless, this nigga Thrag leaves to Earth to repopulate the Viltrumite Empire. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, that's all of Invincible until next year. This ranking was hard because every season was literally good, but here's my rankings. I had a lot of fun making this type of video, and if you want another series rank, get this video to 3 likes again and I'll run it up. Also, here's the Bible verse of the day. Alright guys, see you guys next video.